If you own a Bass Raider, you've probably done this. Grabbed a cup, a sponge, maybe even a siphon hose like I showed in my last video. Just trying to get the rainwater out of your boat. Well, for me, that comes to an end today. I'm installing a self-draining scupper in my Bass Raider. But I'm also adding a hidden reinforcement that'll keep the hull from deforming over time. I've been trying to get around to doing this mod for a while now. This one's going to be a big help. A game changer, if you will. I used to have a boat cover on here, and I didn't have any rainwater getting in here, period. Since I've kind of semi-permanently mounted my trolling motor on the front, and since my 4-horse Tohatsu is semi-permanently mounted on the back most of the time, that cover won't stretch out here far enough to keep the water out. I needed this mod anyway, because out on the lake, if you were to take on water in this thing, as long as the bottom of the drain is not below the water line, the boat will drain out even while on the water. If you get in some heavy rains or take on water from chop or another boat's wake, it'd be a big deal not having to use a cup, a sponge, or even this siphoning hose. I mean, it works. Great. But how much better will it be to be able to just pull the plug and be done with it? Know what I mean, Vern? So here's what we're going to be using, if you can see. It's a 1-inch hole saw, which is what the package calls for. This is just a piece of PVC that I cut 5/8 of an inch. And once I drill my hole in here, supposedly there's a hollow area between the top shell and the bottom shell of about 5/8 of an inch. So what I want to do is try to work this inside there between the two shells. And then mount the scupper drain down through all 3 pieces. That way, whenever this piece tightens down like this, it's not trying to push these 2 shells together and cause it to warp. This PVC ring right here will hold it right in place, right where it's supposed to be. Well, that's the idea. We'll see how it turns out. Now, before I go drilling a hole in my boat, I'm going to make sure this is the right size bit. And the reason for that is, once you drill a hole with a hole saw, it's hard to go back with a bigger bit. Because this bit right here acts like a pilot bit to keep things in place, while the bigger outside bit does its job to cut a perfect circle. Now this is a tight fit, but it's threading in, so I think I'm going to stick with that bit right there. If I need to bore those holes out a little bit, I got something to do that with too. Something else I just thought of. Everybody's always using 5200 on these. Well, if you've got this right here, and you got this piece right here, and this PVC piece is in the middle between the 2 holes, you could put a rubber gasket here and a rubber gasket here. Then I don't think you really even need the 5200. I think the rubber gasket would solve the problem. Anyway, I don't have 5200 right now, so I'm probably just going to put it on just like this, with no rubber seal or anything, just until I decide what I want to do. Only thing I really don't like about this 1-inch hole is it's kind of spreading these threads out a little bit, trying to get through there. So I may have to bore the hole out just a little bit with something else. Right here, I'm just trying to center the hole left or right in this recessed area. But I'm going to put the drain a little further toward the back. Now, because I'm using a center mark, since that's where the pilot bit of the hole saw will start, I'm going to look down this drain pipe and make sure that I'm centered on that mark. Right here, you can see what the thickness is of the bottom of the boat. It looks like it's about twice as thick as the top layer. This hole is still a little bit tight, so I'm going to take the same bit and try to bore it out just a little bit further. I see you down there, boy. So now we're going to just take our little piece of 5/8 inch Schedule 80 PVC pipe. I believe it was 1.5 inch Schedule 80 thin wall pipe. I cut about 3/8 of an inch out of the ring I made. Here, I'm just using some random tools to get the piece of PVC that I put in between the two shells centered up to support the scupper hole fitting from both sides. Now, I don't know exactly why they got these slits in the top of the scupper fitting, but what I can tell you is that a big washer fits in there perfect to use as leverage to tighten it down. Now we're going to screw the flange nut on the bottom and tighten her down good. Now I'm just taking a flush cut saw and cut some of the length off the bottom of this portion of the fitting. You can see at this point that I did come back and seal around the flange nut. I just used what I had on hand, and that was some old white Lexel silicone. It was a little old and starting to gum up, so it's not as pretty as I wanted it to be. I think it's good enough for the bottom of the boat. Now, before you commit to doing this mod, there's something else you should take into consideration. Adding this simple mod to your boat can cause drought-like conditions in your area. It was raining every day for 2 or 3 weeks, and every day I was having to go out and get the water out of this boat. It's been about a week now since I installed it, and we haven't had a drop of rain since. So if you've got crops in the ground, you may want to wait until after harvest before doing this mod. If you like, subscribe, share, and comment, all of your wildest dreams will come true. I can guarantee it. If they don't, I'll give you your money back for watching this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you out there.